Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. This is clear-cut intimidation and obsession. I won't be forced back into the palace, and you can never use my son, Tadenikawo, against me. I would not even be in this kind of situation if I had listened to my father in the first place. Olori Naomi is said to have retorted back at the Ooni of Ife as the fence between the Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi continues over the fact that Naomi does not want to return back to the palace of the Ooni of Ife, where they want her to stay just to fulfill, traditional obligation. Now, an elder has come out to suggest that they do something about traditionally separating Olori Naomi from the Ooni of Ife. But Ooni of Ife is insisting that Naomi is the only woman that he has ever loved in his life, that he would never be able to continue without Naomi. He wants to be with Olori Naomi. But on the other hand, unfortunately, for, reasons, of course, that we are all aware of, Olori Naomi does not want to return back into the palace. I do know that a lot of people will come here and tell me, what does Ooni of Ife want to do with Olori Naomi? Why are we talking like this? There's nothing. Ile-Ife people do not want Queen Naomi. That is not true. That is not true. They want Queen Naomi. The Ooni of Ife wants Queen Naomi. I am asking you, and I'm telling you right now, do you know that Ooni of Ife was married to Wurola? Do you know that Ooni of Ife openly asked Wurola, like when Wurola left and the family came and they said the Ooni of Ife should free Wurola, Ooni of Ife actually freed Wurola, where he prayed with a glass of wine that Wurola will go and Wurola will succeed and Wurola will be fine. But up until now, Wurola went and Wurola was very happy. But up until now, nothing has changed in the life of Wurola. Wurola, who was, a magnet, like, all the big husbands in the world where, as in Wurola easily brings them to herself. Like she had this aura where people love her, men love her and all of that and want to be with her. So the question that everybody has been asking is that why has Ooni of Ife not said the same thing he said when it was Wurola? You know why? Wurola came from a royal family or come from a royal family, and Wurola come from a traditional Bini family as well. They know the modus of operation. They knows that if Wurola had left without, that freedom, Wurola, things would have been tough for Wurola. But even though Wurola left with the freedom and everything, things are still the way they are for Wurola. Like, it's not like they used to be. Wurola has not married. She doesn't have any child anywhere, okay? But however, Ooni has not done same. And because Ooni has not done same, Olori Naomi, they said Naomi will find it very difficult to get married. If she lives without Ooni of Ife permitting it, that she will not get married. That is what we are hearing. Right now, I think this is the first time that Olori Naomi would really be regretting as much as she is doing right now, because we heard that she has made mention of the fact that if she had listened to her father, she would not be where she is today. Yes, they said that when she was about to get married to the Ooni of Ife, that the father kicked against it. But because the man has never been in the picture, it's been the mother that has been raising and doing everything. They felt like at that time, that the father had no right to come and, put a word in the children's life, not when they are about to succeed and all of that. But however, Naomi's relationship with the Ooni of Ife was based on love from the very beginning. Naomi was a very small girl, even though she was 25. Yes, a lot of people have argued that 25 is not small, that women do a lot of things at 25. But we are talking about a naive 25-year-old girl who knew nothing, and she got married to the Ooni of Ife. And if anybody would tell me that the relationship between Naomi and Ooni of Ife is not based on love, it is based on love. But unfortunately, Ooni of Ife is a traditional ruler. And If you do not know, you will never know what the man himself is facing. He's facing a lot, or he's going through a lot. And that is why I think that there are just two options left for our beautiful Naomi. It's either she finds a way to leave and finds a way to free herself completely and finds a way to convince the Ooni of Ife to free her and let her go, or she stays in that marriage. But if she stays in the marriage, the truth remains that Ooni of Ife will continue to marry. If the gods say they want 45 wives or 47 wives, Ooni of Ife will marry. Now, there was a king in the Ademilayo family, as in Lafogidi, a Lafogidi king in those days that got married to 47 wives. Now, go and find out the history of that king that got married to 47 wives. When you read that history, you will know that you see this thing you're seeing with Ooni of Ife, it's not complicated. Like, as in, it's not complicated at all. Ooni of Ife is not complicated. His marriage, his relationships are not. Is not. You want to see the beginning of complication and the end of complication? Go and sit down and read the history of that king. The king got married to 7 wives. The king got married to 1 wife first. Later, turned to 4, then turned to 6. Then the king got married to 17, and it kept increasing until he added another, 27, making it 47 wives that king had. And it was because the gods kept choosing for the king. They would say that Folashade did not do this, did not do the ritual, cannot do. They will bring another wife. The gods kept choosing and choosing and choosing until the king got married and kept getting married. Even when the king was 70 years old, the king still married until he married 47 wives. During his reign, he married 47 wives. And so, if I really believe that if Naomi had known or read about this history and all of that, and or maybe seek the help of storytellers, she probably wouldn't have gotten married to the Ooni of Ife. But however, she is where she is now. There are 2 things left for Olori Naomi. It's either she agrees to be part of this community of women who are married to the great monarch, or she holds back and she stands strong and she says, no, I am not going to do it. I will not do it. And then, and insists until she gets her freedom. But the truth remains that, given by the culture of the Yoruba people, if she does not marry, if she only does not give her that freedom, she will never be free. Then a lot of people have said, how come the Alafin of Oyo's wife, they are different? How are they able to live and do the things that they did in the palace? People say because Kabiyesi is a traditional king. That man was a Muslim. That is 2 different things. This is what we are hearing. So right now, Olori Naomi has come out to say, look, you cannot intimidate me. You cannot use Tadenikawo to intimidate me. I am not returning back to the palace. I will not go back to the palace. You cannot force me there against my wish. This is a clear-cut obsession and intimidation. I will not go back to the palace because that is not where I think I need to be right now. Even when they said the monarch is insisting that Olori Naomi must return back to the palace, they said Naomi is very adamant again that she is never returning to her husband. The following content is based on rumor and speculation found online. It has not been verified and should not be taken as fact unless verified. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.